In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, one God. Amen. Glory to Jesus Christ.
Glory forever.
For every gospel is full of messages. And after 31 years preaching on the same gospels over and over, I'm beginning to believe the number is infinite. I thought I might take a bit of a break today when inspiration arrived, unexpected, from a Danish philosopher, and a story sent to me earlier by a new friend at UMass Amherst who actually drives here to church sometimes, and it sprung to memory this morning as I read the gospel. So I had to preach. First, Jesus attempts to wake up an important man, a rich ruler of the people, who knew the law and claimed to have followed it from his youth. Well and good. But Jesus knew he lacked something that he needed to live a life conducive to eternity. He needed to find his heart and learn how to walk. Now Jesus was unique, to say the least. He did not mind breaking the innumerable laws and social norms that he was supposed to follow as a good Jew. He clearly had a different intention than the regular rabbi or itinerant preacher or miracle worker, of which there were many in his time, had. Here's where that Danish guy comes in. Søren Kierkegaard was not only a philosopher, some say the first existentialist philosopher, he was also a very religious man. He wrote something about Jesus that fits in well with what the gospel says today. And I quote, "Christ was crucified because he would have nothing to do with the crowd, even though he addressed himself to all people. He did not want to form a party, an interest group, or a mass movement, but wanted to be what he was, the truth, which is related to the single individual. Therefore, everyone who will genuinely serve the truth is by that very fact a martyr. To win a crowd is no art, for that only untruth is needed, nonsense, and a little knowledge of human passions. But no witness to the truth dares to go along with the crowd." End quote. Up to that point, the rich man had followed the crowd. He followed the well-trod path of wealth and power and religious observance. It was a path that Jesus did not follow. There was something lacking in the ruler's life, something important, something different in the way Jesus walked. All the rich ruler had done amounted to nothing more than unenlightened self-interest, even his religious observance. There was no heart in it. So here's an example of religion without heart, which comes, I think, from Bertrand Russell, if I remember correctly. And it goes something like this. Millions of people pray a prayer for the will of God every day to be done, who have no desire to see anything done but their own will. In other words, following the law and ignoring its heart. Religion without heart, full of ego and self-concern. Jesus called the man that day to discover his heart and to follow him in a new way of life, a new kind of observance. The Lord lived a life stripped down to the bare necessities, materially and in every other way. He wore his heart, as we say, on his sleeve, and everyone he met encountered love and enlightenment. In this way he lived a martyr's life, emptying himself, coming and going, from birth to death. And as long as our hearts are buried under self-concern, we cannot find them, and we cannot live as Jesus lived. And when Jesus heard the man's reply, he said to him, "One thing you still lack. Sell all that you have and distribute it to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. And come, follow me." In other words, give up your will and let me lead you into my Father's will. Of course, the man was unable to accept the call and went away sad. But let me offer a picture of what the life of a martyr for truth, a person who has given up his will as a martyr to Christ, looks like. It is very simple. And here is how my friend Andrew from UMass Amherst tells the story. Quote, "Upon leaving Hagios Arsenios Monastery near Ormilia in Greece, the 80-plus-year-old elder, Father Theokritos, a spiritual son of St. Paisios, insists on walking with us back to our car, which includes mounting a long and wide exterior stone stairway. At the base of the stairs, the elder looks briefly into the eyes of my cousin, Father Theodore Petrides, and then, as they step slowly together, side by side, the elder says at each belabored step, "Doxa pro Theo," glory to God. At the top of the steps, he turned to Father Theodore and said, "Do you understand? Do we understand? Live each moment with faith and thanksgiving, each stairway, every blessing, every obstacle, every person, every task that appears before us is God's will in disguise. If we accept it as such, then our will wither away and eternity will appear in the guise of daily life. God leads one tiny step at a time, and life unfolds as a moment-by-moment pilgrimage led by God and filled with heart. Do you understand? Glory to God. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.